Christmas. It is not, oh, that's tea, but it is, oh, that's Santa Claus. So today, get ready for another edition, well, this is the Christmas version, of the Tea of the Week. Now first, I would just like to send out my condolences to the family of Draco the Ruler. I didn't really listen to his music that much, but it really doesn't matter because at the end of the day, you know, a family member lost their family member. At the end of the day, that's really what it is. Like, whether I knew him or didn't, like, it still is effective. And I'm praying for the family, and I'm definitely sending out some love and condolences to you guys. Next on the list, we have none other than Lil Durk and India. And last night, Lil Durk proposed to India.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I just want you to know I love you to death, okay?
Congratulations to you guys. You guys have been rocking for a very long time. I'm very happy for you guys. And I'm just sending nothing but love. And I'm praying for everlasting happiness between you two. Now, since we're already in the topic of love, let's also shout out Candace Parker, who got married to her wife and is also expecting. Now, I'm gonna be honest, this has been a great year for her because, let's be clear, she's won the championship, which honestly, I'm not even gonna start this already. I'm not gonna start this again. I'm glad that they won. I am so happy. Like, I'm not even saying they as in Candace Parker. I'm talking about they as in her whole entire team. Because I was not rooting for Phoenix. You know what? I ain't even gonna get into it. But not only did Candace end up, you know, winning the championship, but she also won Defensive Player of the Year. So imagine that. You're Defensive Player of the Year. You won the championship. You just married your wife, and now you and your wife are expecting. Congratulations are definitely in order to Candace Parker and her family. Next on the list, I'm telling you, when I told you this is going to be this was a very sporty week. This was a very sporty week. Next on the list, we have Stefan Curry, who this past week made a new three-point record of 2,974. Let me repeat that. 2,974. Congratulations are definitely in order to Stephen Curry as well. This is the year of success. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, some people on the spectrum either had a really, really bad year or a really, really amazing year. Now, those who had a really, really bad year, I'm praying for you. That 2022 222 is good for you. But those who had a great year this year, I'm praying for even more abundance for next year. Next, we're in a different kind of division. We're not still in basketball. We're actually in the boxing division. And let me tell you something. If you did not watch that fight on December 18th, you definitely missed out on a couple good fights. I might as well say a good night because it was a couple good fights. Now, there were 3 specific fights that, I'm not gonna lie, really took the spotlight. Now, the first fight that took the spotlight, it really took the spotlight on the internet. This fight was between Tyron Williams and Frank Gore. Now, I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna show the clip.
Changing levels, eats a right uppercut and a right hand at Williams.
When I tell you that this man got embarrassed last night, I couldn't even hold in my laugh. I literally was sitting there cracking up the entire fight. I don't know what happened. I don't know if the man just was winded out. You know what, I'm just gonna say shout out to the winner, Tyron Williams, but also shout out to Frank Gore, because he had heart and he tried his best. I'm just gonna say that. Next on the list, we have Amanda Serrano and Miriam Gutierrez. Now, let me tell you about this fight, because it wasn't the main event. It was like right next to it. Like, it wasn't the main event, but like right next to it. Shout out to Amanda Serrano for doing her thing. I have to say, she came in there looking like $1 million. She fought like she knew what she was doing, like she was worth $1 million, and she won like a person that was about to get $1 million. Shout out to her, because in the end, even though, you know, the opponent lost, she still had enough respect to show her some love. And no shade, she had the best fight in my opinion. Now, for the last bit, this was the talk of the night. Tyron Woodley and Jake Paul. Now, I'm going to be honest. I was following Jake Paul for a very long time, and I know what he's capable of. But I did not think he was capable of this. My fault. I thought I was Tyron Woodley. I have said this since the first time I saw him fight. Not the first time ever I seen him fight. Since the first time I saw him fight Jake Paul. And I feel as though he got into his own head. Tyron Woodley, yes, is a UFC fighter. Yes, I give him that. But is he the best? I feel as though he put in his head that, oh, I'm a UFC fighter. He doesn't really know much about fighting. Look who he was getting trained by. So what makes you think this man is going to come into that industry uneducated, unready? At any given moment, you have to be ready. And I feel like he thought that this was a UFC fight. You have to be prepared for any and everything. And I feel like since the first fight, he wasn't as aggressive. He wasn't making calculated moves. If you watch, you know, I'm not even going to just say boxing. I'm going to say UFC too, because I feel like it all goes hand in hand in the same category. At the end of the day, when you fighting somebody, it's calculated. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of people that come into boxing, sometimes they want to fight to knock out. But they don't realize that you could also fight to rack up points. You know? And in the first fight, I felt like he was just doing a lot of things that he wanted the result to be a knockout. And I feel like you can't be doing stuff like that because you don't know how or how hard that person is training. You have to be prepared for any and everything. And you can't move like, oh, well, I already know this is my lane. You can't move like that. Because as you can see here, one more time, I'm sorry. I know I've been playing this for like 5 times, but I gotta play it one more time. You gotta be prepared. And honestly, I see a lot of people not giving Jake Paul his credit. Shout out to Jake Paul, because at the end of the day, he could have went in there and thought that he was the best fighter and half did it. He could have half worked out. He could have just not really put his all in there, and he did. And I'm going to give him his props, because a lot of people tried to discredit him in his early stages. He beat the man once, and he knocked the man out the second time. It's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm going to pray for Tyron Woodley, because he has to go back to the UFC. He was supposed to be a representation for them. So imagine, you have to redeem yourself. Good luck to Tyron Woodley returning back to fighting at any given point in time in his life. Because after that L, I don't know. I would have to just pull a Ronda Rousey and go to WWE. Anyway, y'all, that's all I have for this week. Not much really happened. It was a very, very sporty week. And yeah, we're going to see next time. Hopefully, I hope that everybody spends their Christmas with their family. They spend their Christmas with their loved ones. If you're not really close with your family, I hope you spend it with your friends. If you don't got no friends, I hope you take some time out your day to, you know, pamper yourself. Get yourself a nice gift. Make yourself a nice bath. Cook yourself something nice and show yourself some love on Christmas, because some people, they don't end up showing themselves self-love, and I feel like there's nothing better than self-love. Self-love is the best love. So regardless of if you're spending your Christmas with your family, by yourself, at the end of the day, I hope you guys have a great Christmas. And yeah, I hope you like this video. Shout out to Tyron Woodley. Don't get knocked out. Goodbye.
I couldn't believe it. Soon as I bought my Cuban chain.